Hello, this is Japanese craft beer reviews, and for today's beer we're going to look at a brewery that is new to me and perhaps to you too. It's a fairly new brewery in Japan. It's called Brew Classic out of Kanazawa in Ishikawa Prefecture, which if you look on a map it's this long peninsula that kind of sticks out into the Sea of Japan towards Korea. And Brew Classic is near the port of Kanazawa. And I'm looking at my notes here. The founder apparently discovered craft beer in 2015 when he was studying in Tokyo and was amazed by it. And he established the Brew Classic Brewery in 2019 and trained at Mount Fuji Brewing in 2020. And along the way, he linked up with a man who has a long history in brewing in Japan, and that is Fujiki Tatsuo. And he has over 30 years of experience. When I saw that name, I was trying to figure it out, and then I read a little further, and he had been with Yamato Brewing in Nara making Wa-O beer, W-A-O-H, and I thought, wow. And then I went and found, where is it? Yeah. I had this beer in 2000, I think, year 2000 at the Osaka International Beer Summit, so that's 23 years ago. But it was a different version. It was a sake hybrid beer, and I wasn't terribly impressed with it. But Michael Jackson, the famed, renowned beer writer, came to Japan several times. Oops, I'm sorry. No, this is Fred Eckhart, not Michael Jackson. And this is Celebrator Beer News from February-March 1999. I'm not sure if this is still available online or not, but Fred Eckhart, who was the famous beer writer in Oregon, came to Japan a number of times, and he went to the old brewery in Nara, Yamato Takada, and that's where Fujiki was working at the time. Late 1990s had been working there. So when I saw that, I thought, wow. So I wondered, what had Fujiki Tatsuo been doing all of this time? In any case, he came on board with the founder of Brew Classic, and Brew Classic opened in 2022, last year. And they make a number of beers on Rate Beer. I think there were 6 or 7 listed, more on Untapped. And the beer we're going to look at today is this one. It is called Doris Jaguar. It's a Belgian IPA at 6%. I don't know the IBUs for this, but perhaps not so important for this style. But as you can see, it includes Motueka and Nelson Sauvin hops. Looking a little further, I found it also includes Magnum hops. The malt bill is wheat, a Pilsner malt and wheat, which seems about right for a Belgian IPA. It also includes some coriander seed in it as well. So incorporating maybe some wit beer elements. Rate Beer, there are no ratings. It wasn't even listed on Rate Beer when I checked. And Untapped, there were 20, and the average was 3.75 out of 5, so reasonably high. This beer cost 660 yen where I bought it, and the equivalent in US dollars would be $4.59. In euros, it would be €4.17. All right, so Brew Classic, as it says here, born to brew, authentic in Kanazawa, which is a very pleasant town, actually. It's considered kind of a little Kyoto, and actually there are some other towns that claim that too, but I think Kanazawa is it's a very pleasant little place. Okay, and one question I had and I couldn't find out anywhere is, who is Doris, and why does she have a Jaguar? You may know the movie with Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant, called Bringing Up Baby. A little trivia for you. Baby is actually the Jaguar pet that they have. Okay, so this pours out a very slightly hazy, light sort of pastel yellow. Carbonation fairly minimal, about a finger of frothy white foam. Okay, definitely has a light saison-y sort of yeast nose. Not getting coriander. Somewhat refreshing, a bit strong. Citrus. Okay. Okay, it does have the Belgian IPA characteristics. It is lightly wheat, fruity, some kind of the Motueka and Nelson Sauvin. These are New Zealand hops. They come through pretty strongly, and they actually do kind of dominate. So, Belgian IPA, perhaps maybe New Zealand by way of Belgium IPA. Very refreshing, kind of middle of the road. The aroma was kind of hard hitting, but the flavors mild, pleasant, wheaty, coriander seed. It's kind of buried. Don't quite get it at all. But this is very pleasant, and it's again new. The Brew Classic is a brand new brewery for me. And I don't think they get out and about so much, but if you happen to see them, you might want to try it. It's pretty hard to miss this can. Again, it's called Brew Classic Doris Jaguar, and it's a Belgian IPA at 6%, so give them a go. Yeah, I'd like to find out more about Fujiki Tatsuo and what he's been doing and what he has planned at Brew Classic and how he ended up in Kanazawa after Nada. Okay, well that is it for today. Please do subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, and if you know about Brew Classic, please let me know in a comment. Okay, bye-bye.